Hi folks, Bob Collins for Diver Supply. In this video, I actually am going to answer a question I got from one of the subscribers. He was asking me about the tank strap on the new Scuba Pro Navigator. And it's a slightly different cam, I'm going to call it, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute, a slightly different cam version than what we've seen before. I'm sure it's been used many places out there in different industries, but it's somewhat new in the scuba realm. Now, I've done a couple of videos recently, one about the Navigator and also one about the Atomic BC2, which I'm also going to show you at the end of this video because it has a slightly different tank strap configuration on it. So to answer the questions, let's look at some of the different tank straps and specifically the buckle as far as what makes them different and how you configure them on your tank and of course how you tighten them up. I did a video on the channel about how to tighten up a tank strap. I'll put a link up here for that, but stick with me. I think you'll find this interesting. So the first one we're going to look at is our standard style tank buckle. And if I don't knock that one off, okay. So standard style tank buckle, it's a cam. And sometimes you hear people call tank straps cam straps. And it's because of this cam configuration. I think you can see that right here. And what it does is because of its design, it will tighten up and cinch up a tank strap on a tank so that the tank doesn't fall out when you start, on your dive. But you can see it's wider here and it gets narrower at a curve. And our strap runs through the buckle like what you see here. And just check out that other video to actually see how to tighten it up. But you're seeing how that works. And this is probably the plastic cam is the most common out there as far as the BC goes that I just pulled all these BC from. Now, there is a stainless version of this. Again, you can see the cam design to it, the same slots that the strap goes through, and it folds over and cinches the tank strap up just like the plastic one does. Now I'm going to slide around that way. Here I've got the Aqualung Axiom. It has one of the quick disconnect style tank straps on it. These are really nice because once you set the tank strap tightness for a specific size tank, most tanks out there are 7.25, some of them are 8, but the predominant tank out there is 7.25. So once you set this, it makes it easy to move this BC from one tank to the other, like on your surface interval. So what we've got here, if you take a look, it also is a cam configuration, but if it's on the tank and it's set, and the way you set it, I'm going to open it here. The way you set it is there's some strap adjustments on this tank strap, on this side of the strap, and some adjustments, as you can see here on this side. So you set this for your particular tank, and then when you slide it down over, the Axiom's got the nice quick disconnect valve strap. So what I do is I take this, slip it down over my tank and position it utilizing my valve strap. That helps me, get it normal for the way I like to wear a BC. And then I'll reach down, come around with my quick disconnect, slip it in, and close the unit. And it just makes it nice. You hear that little snap. You make sure it's good and snug so you don't ever have to worry about that. Scuba Pro, and I'm going to slide around here in a second and show you the Scuba Pro version of this. I kind of like the Scuba Pro version a little better than this one, and here's the reason why. If you look, I think you can look down on this and see what I'm talking about. This closure right here is when you put your finger in it, you're just able to put the end of your finger in. I think you can see what I'm doing there. And then when you pull out, if it's like super tight on your tank and you're pulling, then it'll pop loose and pop open. There is one advantage that they've done with this is that when it closes, it has a stop right here so that you will not close it on your finger. And that's a nice little safety factor. So little closure, a little extra closure protection there when you secure that. Let's slide around and take a look at the Scuba Pro version of this. Okay, here's our Scuba Pro version. And it also has a situation where you adjust for the size of the tank that you're working with. And it's got a little slot, you can see here, the two-piece. This uses more of a D-ring style connection, and it slides over. I think you can see that right there, slides over. And then when you close it, it closes down. It doesn't have that little extra finger stop, but it closes down like this. And then you see right here, we've got a little space loop, and I can see if I can stick my finger in here from the bottom. There you go. I think you can see that. I can stick my finger all the way up through here, and of course I'd be going this way, slide it down through there and open it. So this to me is a little more convenient. And both of these are known as quick disconnects. And if you've got a BC that has the plastic cam and you want to convert to a quick disconnect, then you can do that. Call our 1-800 number, talk to Jerry or Colton or Tammy or whoever, and tell them you saw the video and you want to convert your standard plastic cam over to maybe the stainless cam if you prefer it, or you want to get some of these quick disconnects for your tank. Just call the 1-800 number, it's listed below, and they'll take care of you. So let's take a look at the next type. Now this is the version that the subscriber asked about, and this is Scuba Pro's quick cinch style buckle. And I'm gonna pull this camera in here in just a second so you can see this. It looks, when you look at it basically, it looks like a, kind of like a standard cam like you saw over this. I'm gonna let the camera down a little bit, so bear with me. All right, so you see we've got this, the same cam configuration like what I showed you on the other one. We've got this metal D-ring configuration. So what you do is you run your strap through, you pull it back through here, and if you look on the plastic cam, it's got 3 slots in it. And so you pull it through, and this would serve as 1, 2, and then 3. And so you pull it through like this, and it lays back, and then you thread your strap through, and then once you pull it in, you see how it pulls in the D into the cam portion of the buckle, and then when you hold the tail and you pull it across your tank, that snugs it up or quick cinches it, and then you just seal down your Velcro just like that. And that's what the new quick, you can see it written right there. So we're gonna slide over here. I'm gonna show you the Atomic version of their tank strap. and how they configure it. If you watch the video that I did on the BC2, then you saw this, but if you didn't get to see this, you'll find this interesting and different from what we've already seen. So let's go over here and take a look. All right, so what we've got here is this is our cam configuration. The tail of the strap sticking out here. The strap's a hard rubber material with ribs on it. We've got a release here, and then here's our cam portion like what you've seen over there on some of the others. So what I would do is slip it down over my tank. I would snug up a little bit like that. Now it's snug on my tank. I'm gonna keep it snug. And then I'm gonna fold my cam over, and I'm gonna let you see how this works right here. You can see how it puts that extra connection and the extra tension on, and it seals down like that. Now, this part of the strap has grooves in here, so instead of it just laying out there like that, you take your strap and you push it in. Of course, this would be on the tank. You push it in, and now that's nice and flat like that. So that's a quick look at some of the different style of tank straps that you'll see out there. Hopefully this might have surprised a few of you about some of the different options that are out there with different BCs. Certain of them can be adapted to other BCs. So if you want to call the 800 number and talk to one of our customer service divers up there, again, Jerry and Colton and Tammy and Glenna and all the folks up there at headquarters can help you if you wanted to maybe go from a standard cam, plastic cam, to a stainless cam, or maybe you want to go to a quick disconnect. They can help you with ordering that. And of course, virtually all of these are on the website. You can look them up if you don't want to call somebody. Again, I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Appreciate you watching. Hope this wasn't too disorienting as I rolled the camera around, but if you're not a subscriber, please reach down and hit the subscribe button. Doesn't cost you a penny, and I really appreciate it. I hope to see many of you at the Long Beach Scuba Show at the end of May. So stop by the booth, say hello. Love to talk to you. Thanks again for watching. Be safe out there. Enjoy.